Yeah, what up? We back. Sorry, we reached the hour mark of the live. So we trying. We're just interviewing Boobie. We were also just interviewing. I'm bringing you back up, Boobie. Um, we were interviewing Nicky as well. So we bringing everybody back in. I got Boobie here, and then now I'm requesting Nicky. Um, yeah, man, this is great. This has been a lot of great insight, man. This has been a lot of information.
Yeah, Boobie,
I,
we're only allowed on Instagram an hour, so every
Okay.
hour it's gonna cut us off, so we just come right back.
All right, it's cool.
all right,
Okay.
so I'm gonna get Nicky right back in here, and then
Shout out to all the hotties and shotties on the page. Thank you so much for rocking out with us. That you guys been here since the beginning of our interview tonight. Definitely showing you guys love. Thank you so much for staying with
all the
us.
big fans in the building, man. Shout out to y'all
Yes,
too, real MVPs as well. Y'all still letting the legacy live on, and you guys are still inquiring about his, what happened to him and what happened to his estates and his publishings and all that. I know a lot of people is concerned. True fans that really rocked out with Pun out there. So
right.
thankfully to Boobie and Nicky, we have all this information on,
Right.
things down behind the scenes that we were never aware of. And hopefully we could bring it to light now and bring a resolution to all this. Like Nicky said, man, if you didn't do it, just take the lie detector test, put all this shit to an end. You know what I'm saying? Give some kind of clarity and bring some kind of peace to this whole situation. Because like I was telling Nicky, I don't think Pun is happy with none of this. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't want this turn. I don't think he did. He was big on loyalty. He was big on having his people around him and his people being loyal to him and him being loyal to his people. So none of what's going on right now is like representing what Pun, what his legacy was. And I'm sure it's out of a lot of people's control. Like it's out of your control. It's out of, one can only do so much. But that's where the fans play a role. And if the fans want to see it happen, I'm sure it could happen. And I'm sure we could work something out where, probably Liza takes a lot of take the test and proves that she didn't have nothing to do with this. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a big question at this point. And a lot of these things, like you said, came out of her own mouth.
Right.
She
Huh.
stated a lot, she
I wonder
stated.
how the kids feel now.
Right.
Booby, before we go any further, I and Hotshot, we want to extend our deepest condolences. We've both been fans of Pun since day one.
Mhm.
All right. And this is more than just an interview. Like you came a part of a community that we are all, we're all very genuine people. This is not just to get the latest tea, the
Right.
latest
Nah,
gossip.
I don't
No.
like.
You know what I
I've
mean?
been
So
quiet.
you're
I
new
just
to
been.
us and we're new to you.
Yeah.
So we just want to let you know what I mean? We are truly genuine people. We're just regular people that is just, that has a platform that like to,
I
shed
feel
light
you.
on different things. Okay. So again, we send our condolences to you, your family, and
Absolutely.
all of those that's intimately close upon.
I appreciate it because like I'm the forgotten one anyway. I don't know how you could talk about Pun and not talk
But
about
I'll talk
me.
about you, right? Because Pun
Right.
helping you hard, and you was open.
Bobby Muniz says he grew up with you. He said Boobie is one of my favorite childhood friends, one of my childhood friends.
Yeah.
That's Bobby Muniz. He's showing you mad love
No,
right now.
I know him. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's love. That's like my cousin. We like cousins,
Right.
right?
Right.
As family. I'm trying to get
Yeah.
Nikki back on. It says waiting for her to come on here, so hopefully she comes.
I mean, I know you were saying that, how she mentioned, she wanted to kill him and stuff, and you tried to tell people, but they kept saying, oh, they didn't want to be bothered because of the kids, the kids, the kids. But at what point somebody should have stepped in and said something, even if it would have went. I know back then that was a different era where people weren't calling the cops and getting people involved, but at what cost? You know what I mean? Like looking back now, would you have made a bigger deal of it? I'm
I,
sure.
I was basically I was telling them they
Right.
were telling me to chill. I was like, yo, she guaranteed me. She told me he was gonna die. Like I was telling them, they was like,
Right.
chill, chill, the kids, the kids. So I just fell back. You know what I'm saying? Like I
But
never.
I mean, what good would he have been if he's gone and he's, you know what I mean? The kids, the kids, the kids, you know what I mean? And
Now the kids don't know me. Now look, now I wonder how the kids feel now. That
right,
they never knew nothing about this. That their mother killed their pops. Like, come on.
right,
This is what
Wow.
she told me, and I
They
and I
only know her side.
and I wasn't. I'm not one to make up stories. Why would I make up a story like that?
Nothing to get out of it.
Right. Wow, that's deep. That's deep. Yo, that shattered my heart.
That's real deep.
That shit just shattered my heart. Yo, I'm at a loss for words right now because it's like, wow, like it's like life is so crazy and full of surprises, and it's like you the least expected person as you would think would ever hurt you would be the ones sometimes to take you out. And I just don't want to believe what you guys are saying. Listen, I believe what you guys are saying. I just don't want to believe that Liza really has something to do with this. But the more I hear you guys speak on this, the more it sounds like she did.
How you think I felt for 20 years not telling anybody? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I would have told Pun that what she said, he would have probably heard her, or you know what I'm saying? So I just kept quiet and it came true. So,
Yeah.
like I was in a no-win situation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Then we feel guilty, like we didn't speak up, you know?
Right.
Right. But don't wear
I
that
spoke
guilt.
up. I spoke up and I told niggas. I told Cuban, I told Joe, them niggas was telling me to chill. So it's like whatever.
So when he did pass away, did you say like, see, I told y'all? Like, was
Like
there a reaction of that, or you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I've been saying it from the start
Mm-hmm.
to
right.
her, so yeah.
Wow. Wow. This is a mind blowing interview right now. Like it left me all the way shocked. Like Eliza really needs to get on either this platform or any platform and really address these allegations because it's looking really nasty right now for her. I'm sure the fans are looking at this like, man, like what is going on? Like, why isn't she speaking more on this, or why isn't she coming
Right.
out and addressing
but
this?
you only hear from her the little bit of things I seen. You hear from her family. Her family wasn't even around like that. Her brother Ed, come on, like if you know somebody's beating your daughter, you ain't your sister, you ain't gonna be giving them massages. They use some massage punch.
Right.
Knowing that he's hitting the sister, they were corny. Come on, yo.
Oh yeah, he spoke. He said like, that's one thing I saw him in the documentary say that Pun really loved his sister. He didn't really go into the abuse. Um,
Yeah, but when he knew what was going on, he was giving Pun massages, yo. That nigga's corny, yo.
wow.
Yeah.
Big
I'm
fucking
so,
Ed.
I'm
Like
so
I seen it. That was his name. Big fucking Ed.
big Ed. Yeah.
Ed. Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Like if he knew, because I used to fight with Pun. Like don't do that in front of me. But I hit him, he hit me, and that was that. But she always came back, so I was in a no-win situation. You know what I'm
Right. After a
saying?
while, you just like, why ain't he getting involved? That's a natural reaction for anybody. I've been involved in other people's drama. You know what I mean? And
Okay, but
they always at
if
the end of
that's
the
your
day.
sister, if you being a brother, you don't go and you give Pun
Massage.
massages and shit.
Right.
Right. Right.
Like,
Person.
come
Right.
on, them niggas is corny, yo. They yo, Prospect, everybody know what I'm talking about, yo. It's crazy, yo.
Nah, I imagine. I can imagine. I
Yo,
mean,
them niggas is crazy. Niggas hitting my sister, I don't care if you big Pun or not. I'm doing something, yo. Like I'm throwing something at you or whatever. You like
Right.
whatever. Like you gonna have to respect, yo. Like, come on.
I mean, even you that you're nothing to Liza, you would get involved and get in between. So,
Yeah, like I would get hit. Like, come on, he's way bigger than me. You know what I'm saying?
so it's like, why wouldn't Big Ed get in between or get involved? Like,
Because
oh,
he was Pun. He was Pun. What they gonna say to him?
right.
What is he? He's just like he. Come on, it wasn't like he was gangster or anything. Like
But he couldn't
Pun.
run. My brother couldn't even walk. Walk, you
You
know
could
what I
have
mean? Like
punched him in his face and ran or whatever.
you could have
Like
you could have
told
punched
him.
him and ran, and he can't get you.
Right.
No, he could have did whatever. He could have let him know, stop hitting my sister. Like, come on, they didn't do none of that.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, should do some mediation. Listen, I love you. You're my brother-in-law. Like, I just feel like the abuse with my sister is not good. It's not healthy. It's toxic. Say something. Mediate. Don't sit here and say, well, Pun love my sister, and that's it. And then later else have something else to say like that.
Oh, look at that's their character. They corny. They didn't care. They just repping for Pun. That's it. Come on,
Right.
nigga, hit my sister. I'm doing whatever. Okay, who
Just
you are.
again, why don't you do the lie detector test? Why? 20 years.
Right.
Why don't you? Can you please get it done? If you say you didn't have nothing to do with it, listen to what I'm saying. If you had nothing at all to do with it, then please
I,
have it done.
I wonder how the kids feel now if they listen to this. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Well, it has to be said. It has to be said.
You don't
It is
remember
what
me,
it
but
is.
like
Like,
that's crazy. How they not
You
gonna
know, it
remember me?
hurts. It hurts.
They don't
Especially
remember
me.
me. That shit hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, even us
She
as
said
as
she don't look at. This is funny because she said we was at like Watson. They had like a big carnival, people performing and stuff. So she was like, she said she don't remember me, so I felt bad. So she was like, "Yo, tell KRS-One was there." She was like, "Tell KRS-One I'm Big Pun's daughter. I want to take a picture." You know, so I told them I played myself by telling them because I should have been like, "You don't know me," you know what I'm saying? But you know, I did it. You know, because whatever. But
right.
yo, it's funny. They had to remember, but it ain't like come on,
They
like I was always
remember.
there.
Yeah,
It's
they
only
remember.
real blood relative. It's only blood relative. That's crazy.
No,
Like
that's
it's
crazy.
like
You see, you know
you
what
don't
it was?
talk to
Because
me
I
because
wasn't
I'm
a
loyal to your
rapper.
father.
I wasn't a rapper. That's what it
Right.
was.
Right. I mean, you get to know who people are when there's money involved. That's all I can say. I've been there. You know, I've been there where I had some money and some money came and fell on my lap, and next you know, everybody was cool with me. Everybody was my friend. So
Right.
once the bread was going, you start
Yeah.
seeing people scattering. Like, so yeah, I know exactly what you mean, man. People just get attached and try to join the bandwagon, but it's like you could tell who really had his best interest at heart. You know what I'm saying? And I could see that in you. I could see that in Nicky. You know what I'm saying? I can't say the same. Chris Jr. was too small at the time, but I could tell that he has a passion and love for his dad. You know what I'm saying?
Look, all of them was too young. All the news and info they got is from their mother, which is
Right.
one
Right.
sided.
I would say I can believe that. I can believe that.
Yeah, because they none of them, not one of them could ever say, my aunt or my cousin Boobie, they did this to me. They can't because no one ever did nothing to them. This is between myself and his mother. I mean, their
Right,
mother.
they were young. They were so young. They were so young when he passed. So
Right.
everything
Oh,
that they know got
you
got got fed to them.
you
Booby,
know,
have you ever seen the kids? Were the kids ever around when things were fights and things were going on? Did you ever see the children
No,
around
they
where they
wasn't
can say?
around. Like they was
Because
probably
I
in their
know there was a
house.
time where Chris was out doing interviews, Chris Jr., and he stated that he witnessed his dad doing things to mom, but it was also reported he was only 6 years old
Yeah,
when
I'm
Pun
pretty sure
died.
he
yeah, he has
probably
a video. He
seen.
don't remember nothing, and then a video that he does. Like
Yeah,
which one?
you know what I mean. So it's like, which one is it? You
Yeah,
know,
but
I
I
can't
wanted
remember shit when I was 6 years old.
hold on. I wanted to mention something that came to me, that another thing that hurt me for so long was, this is regarding my niece and nephews when they were little. It was the day of the cremation, and my sister-in-law went downstairs. The kids went downstairs. There was 4 people allowed, and I went downstairs. And when my brother was inside the oven,
Mm.
my niece and nephews, baby Chris, Amanda, Vanessa, they fought like kids fight, play with each other
Right.
over who's gonna press the fire button first, the
No,
bolt. The fire that's gonna burn my brother.
burn them. Right.
They're like, no, I want to do it. No, I want to do it. No, I want to do it. And excuse my friend, that shit. Oh my God, bothered me. Right now, I'm
Wait, wait.
crying.
They allow the family. That's a thing?
I don't know. It was yeah,
I would be creeped the hell out, and no, my children would not be
yeah.
nowhere near.
It was
My kids
me.
wouldn't have no parts in
Yeah,
that.
it was me, Liza,
I wouldn't
and the
want to do
kids.
that. Like I
And
couldn't
yeah.
see myself at the oven with my husband
Let me
inside
press
there.
it. No, let me press it. No, I want to press it. I want to press it.
That's just like
Nah.
them helping to lower him in the casket. I don't want no parts in that.
Then I said to myself, maybe they don't understand that
They
they're.
didn't
Right.
understand because they were little. They don't know what's going on.
But somebody must have told him to press that button.
Yeah, but they fought over who's gonna press the button. Those the 3
Like
kids.
it was a game, like it was a magic button, or like it was something amusing.
And then when
What
the
the
button
hell?
then when the button finally pressed and I saw that fire come out of my brother, that shit hurt me.
Oh my God.
That should just hurt me.
Right. Like like
Wow. Hold on. I think we
where's
should just take 5 seconds on that one. That was deep.
where's the sympathy and the empathy? It's hard to see, especially with that comment at the end of the doc where she said it was the best day of her life. I couldn't believe it. And as you know, a
Yeah.
fan, a fan that's looking in
Ooh.
from the outside in is like, that's devastating to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? You were one of the closest people to Pun, and we expected you to have his best interest at heart. We didn't expect a sense of relief from his death. So that came as a shocker to everybody. Just that comment alone.
Wow, that was deep. Whew.
I've been blown away with this whole entire story. Is like, yo, we need Liza to come on here ASAP. I'm going.
I wanted her. I would love to be on with her.
Right.
I would prefer an in-person interview together, because I like to do things in person, but you know, I know you guys are not doing that, but I'll take this as a second option. I'll do virtual.
Oh, we can meet up.
Yeah,
I think, to be honest, that would be the best place to keep y'all separated.
I'm willing to meet up in person and do it. I'm willing to.
I'll come with my mic. Look, we can still do this in person.
I don't mind. It's a yes for me.
It's a yes for me. I'm gonna reach out to her. Listen, I'm gonna reach out.
It's time for some closure, you know.
It's time for closure. It's time for a lot of detective tests. I think the fans deserve it. The family deserves it. I feel like, you know, people deserve the answers. And now that this is all put out there,
please let me have some of my brother's urn. Let his mother have some. We haven't seen the kids for so long. My mother hasn't seen her grandkids since the funeral. And let me see the ashes. If you're willing to bring it to a club back in the day and put it on the stage, you can give the family some of it. So we can make lockets for one another, you know, for memory, you know, something. So we can have something from him.
I mean, if you really cared about Pun, you would know that his family would want to have some of his ashes, and you would just do it out the kindness of, because you know that Pun would want this.
Never seen it. The club seen it, but we didn't see it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was me, like, let's say I was in Liza's shoes. No matter what turmoil or conflict I'm going through with Pun's family, I know that Pun would want me, because I'm the designated person, to give his family some of the ashes.
Right. And there's so many things nowadays you can do with the ashes. You can turn them into jewelry.
Make a locket.
Right. You can put them in little sashes, and you know,
I should have had some ashes.
So many things that can be done.
Yeah, Boobie,
you know what I mean, with ashes.
Because you was riding out with Pun hard, like you was a psychic throughout the whole. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much
right.
Like you was riding out with him hard, and you could tell that your loyalty was really to him. Like it wasn't no fake shit. It wasn't just because of the, you know, you could tell that you really had true loyalty.
I never asked Pun for anything. I never asked her for anything. You know what I'm saying? It was just whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was the one that was running his store when he had the barber shop and the pool shop. That was me. You know what I'm saying? I just stopped my shit to fuck with him, to do that for him. Even though it was supposed to be me and, you know, Scorpio, you know, but they all reneged. You know what I'm saying? I stopped my boxing shit to do that with it for him.
Right.
Wow.
Man, this shit is sad. This shit is sad, y'all. This shit, everybody in the comments is loving Boobie and Nicky, and they're pretty much siding with you guys, and the fans are saying the same thing. They feel like Liza.
Yeah, they're saying the same thing. It says, you know, Liza hated Pun from the abuse, but knew she could survive off his name. It just goes to show it's one of those sayings, you're worth more dead than alive. And maybe that's you know, was her end game. Yeah. You know, it's sad to say, you know what I mean, but that's her reality.
Oh, man. It says she's been loyal to her family since very young. How did Pun find out that Liza cheated on him?
I don't know
the
how.
Streets talk. The streets were talking. It got back to him.
True. That's true.
The streets were talking. It got back to him. Yeah.
Did y'all know how he reacted when he found this out?
No.
Okay.
Like I said, I didn't know that. I didn't think that he was telling the truth. I just thought he was joking because he used to always joke.
Right.
But they end up being true.
Hmm.
And he called the affair before it even started, because he just didn't like.
He put it in one of the songs. He put it in one of his songs.
Yeah, wasn't that song?
That Punish Me song. He talks about.
No, it was
infidelity.
another song.
He said something about, you trying to fuck my wife.
He said it in the song.
Yeah, he did.
He's trying to fuck my wife.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Take my life and it's so hard. Yeah. Yeah.
And again, yeah.
So listen.
Yeah, and again, I feel that she has something to do with it.
That he mentioned it.
And there was another song, I believe so too. Yeah, because I heard it, and I remember.
And it wasn't planned. It wasn't planned. I think it was planned with the other two, Scorpio and Vincent. Vincent was the brother that she was having an affair with, her brother's brother, and Scorpio's her cousin, the one that was looking up ways to kill someone that were in the show.
Someone saying she knew that Pun had other women. Do you know if he was cheating or any infidelities he had?
Oh, if in the beginning yes, you know.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like I'm just reading
From
the
the
comments
beginning, before the Pun.
Well,
right,
yeah.
right.
I mean, even after being Pun, of course, he's gonna have women on his dick left and right. But
yeah, and exactly.
What rapper?
Again, there's no excuse to kill. To get
there's no. I was just about to say
that's
the same
why.
thing.
That's why there's a judicial system. That's a justice system. That's why you have. That's why you have a judge and a jury.
He could have divorced him and had a big case. Like,
and two wrongs don't make it right. If you feel you got to right,
you know?
and then especially with his brother, like that's sick. I mean, like
that's disgusting.
Yeah, like
his half brother or whatever. Yeah, some shit like that.
Blood. So it's like if you're gonna cheat, like
I asked her about it after, like a year later, and I said, Liza, but why Vincent? She says, Nicky, I know it was wrong. And, I'm sorry for it. I know that it was wrong. There's no excuse. But that's not. I mean, that's all she gave me.
Where's
she knew it was wrong.
Like, what's up with Vincent?
He fell off the face of the earth. I don't know where he is. I'm curious. Right. Vincent, where are you? If you're listening, please call in because he just fell off the face of the earth.
You think he might be in contact with Liza?
I won't be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either.
I won't be surprised.
That's a mystery. That's a big mystery right there, though.
That's a big
mystery. Not only with Vincent, with Scorpio, because supposedly he was the one talking about how to kill somebody, and
yeah,
it was like
come on now, put two together,
Right. It makes sense now with Pun. Some of the things that he was spitting through his lyrics, through his music, it kind of made us question, like, what is he talking about? Like, who's he referring to? And now that it brings a whole new meaning to those verses where he's talking about niggas trying to take my life, niggas trying to fuck my wife, and it's like, oh, okay, now we get it. And not for nothing, for a long time, I thought he was talking about niggas in Terror Squad trying to fuck his wife. I'm like, oh shit, damn. Who?
But just niggas in general, because they were all on, and you know what I mean, like. She wasn't a bad looking person. You know what I mean? Like,
brother.
Why would you try to? Everybody was getting their own girls. There's too many girls around. You didn't have to mess with nobody's wife.
I mean, we were all dancing to it because to us, we wasn't looking that deep into the meaning of, now knowing the story is a lot behind that line. But at that moment, we were all bumping to niggas trying to bump my, you know what I mean? Like, it was a verse to us. It was a verse, that just flowed with the song. But wow.
Yeah, and it's like we didn't those back then, so we really didn't know what to make of those lyrics when he said those things. But I said it makes sense now. It makes sense.
Yeah, it wasn't Nicky's brother, honey. I can't pronounce your name, but Pun had a half brother.
Right. From his father.
From his father, Pun's father. We talked about that earlier in one of the other lives. Pun's dad actually passed away. So, but his dad had another son.
Now, Chris Jr. says he hasn't heard from none of you's try to ever reach out to him in the past. And has that been? First of all, is it true? And if it is it been due to Liza keeping you?
I actually saw the interview when he said that, but I think he was referring to the squad. I don't think he was referring to the family.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that too.
Yeah, he wasn't referring to us because they already know why we're his mother doesn't want to talk.
Right.
But Joe did invite him for the radio.
Right.
And he declined.
And he declined.
Yeah.
And according to him, he said he made it seem like Joe threw the party and didn't really notify anyone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, then it comes out that Joe did invite him and he declined. And Joe made it recently on a live recording. He was like, yo, listen, I invited him. I tried to get him to be a part of it. He was going to get a lot of exposure. People were going to, notice him and check his music and stuff like that. It was going to be great for him.
What I want to say to my niece and nephews, it just hit me. Now that you all are adults, please, and do, now that you're big, start really researching everything that's being said and researching, because at the end of the day, your father loved you guys. He never did anything to hurt any of you guys. Any policy he had was between your parents. And out of fairness, he's not here to defend himself. But you as his children, please, do your research. Do your research and learn your dad's side.
I think little Chris ain't on because you got to probably go through the mother, you heard?
Nobody wants to deal with her. Nobody wants to deal with her. They get turned off. And I know because I was told this, like I mentioned before, when I was doing my stuff and people were coming at me and then they were like, oh, but, I don't really want to deal with her. And,
Right.
they don't really like her. They just dealing with her because, baby Chris, they see some potential in him. But, like, it was up to them. They don't like her.
Right.
Right.
I mean, I agree with Boobie. Is like he could have been put on already. Like he has that roadblock, and it looks like it's his own blood, is his own mom.
They look at it like, okay, so if she, took Joe to court and did all this, I don't want to get involved with her son because then they're gonna, what if something happened? They're gonna take me to court. You get turned off. You're like, never mind. I don't even want to get involved. There's other talent out there, and that's what happens.
Right. It's the bigger picture. Oh man, listen, Chris Jr., if you're watching, we would love for you to actually follow in your father's footsteps and continue his legacy. You know what I'm saying? And make peace.
I know they probably hate me now, yo. Especially the girls who never knew me, coming up with this shit. Now they
knew you. They just act like they didn't know you.
They're gonna question their moms now. They old enough.
They need to. They need to. But I don't know.
It's a point where they have to open up their eyes and see the picture for what it is. I get them.
At least be honest to the kids. At least be honest to them.
They have to be honest with themselves as well.
That she gonna sound crazy to me that she killed them.
Well, listen, that's her cross to bear at the end of the day. Like,
and what they gonna say? Oh, I understand because he used to abuse you or whatever.
Rod Deluxe, another fan, says Liza knew she could get away with it because nobody was there to confirm the truth.
Yeah. Like I said, they thought that he was just unhealthy, so it was just like whatever.
It was an easy one. It was a
easy target.
Again, my husband wants to get buried, and he told me that I'm gonna bury him. I'm not gonna go behind and go cremate him. No.
He never wanted to get cremated. That's
he
why
never
they used
wanted
to burn
to.
each other.
Yeah.
When they used to burn each other, that was the worst
He
feeling
hated
in the
it.
world, getting burnt.
He wants to be buried with his dad.
Boobie, do you have any relationships with the guys from Full Eclipse or Terror Squad?
Nah, I fuck with Gilly whenever I see him. You know what I'm saying? We call each other once in a while. Cuban mad at me because I was still messing with Joe. Joe never did nothing to me. If I would have went,
that's what I said.
I don't go out on Good Fridays, right? But if I would have went to Jimmy's when he would have got cut, I would have been on Cuban's side. But I would have still been fucking with Joe because Joe never did nothing to me.
Right.
That's how we feel. That's how I feel.
Never did nothing for me.
Right.
Like I'm loyal. I fuck with Cuban because of Pun.
You
know
think
what I'm saying? Like whenever it ain't like we used to chill by ourselves or whatever. Then he was mad because he put me in the song, Boobie in the video where you know who, like, nigga, like, come on.
Like it's childish. It's childish.
Yeah, as I was about to say, that was petty.
They're like, stop it already. Stop it. Put the ball in your mouth and stop.
If I was there that night, I would have been on Cuban's side, but that don't mean I would have never stopped fucking with Joe.
Yeah, he never did nothing to us.
You know what I'm saying?
But Joe was good to us.
Joe denies doing anything. He denies cutting Cuban and all that. You think that he really did something to him to make
What happened?
Joe denies having anything to do with Cuban getting cut and all that. Do you think he had?
Joe didn't cut Cuban. He didn't get him cut. Something y'all don't know. Joe told me that he asked Cuban he'll take him to Germany to get his face fixed, and Cuban denied it. I mean, Cuban said no. Joe said, "Yo, we'll go to Germany. I'll get your face fixed." But I guess he wanted. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. He wanted people to feel sorry for him. I don't know. I don't got nothing wrong with Cuban, but he just mad at me because I was fucking with Joe.
And that was the same thing I told you for mine. Right. Coincidentally, I said that was my issue. Yeah.
Right.
It ain't like we used to fuck with each other when Pun was there, but we never fucked with each other outside of Pun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. So Pun was the common denominator between everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was his man, and when we was together, it was love. I still love Cuban, but you can't
Yeah.
tell me who to mess with. Joe
Who
never
to,
did.
who to talk to, who to, yeah. And
Joe,
then when you do make, then when you do make up, if that ever happens, then what? Now, you know.
look, one thing about Pun, if you ask him for something, he would have gave it to you. I never asked him for anything.
Right.
Yeah, I used to be by his side. He never got me anything. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Because I never asked him. It wasn't about that. That was my cousin. It was just love. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You knew you was good regardless, right? Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, that means Joe did more for me than Pun as far as buying me
Right.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I never asked Pun for nothing.
right,
If you
right,
asked, you would have got it. I never asked him for anything.
Yeah.
right. Nah, I get it.
That's why in the video that I did about the people not showing up, I didn't say Joe's name because I didn't have nothing against Joe. When it came to Joe, I understood that that's his life. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
You know, something come
Oh,
down or whatever. That's something that made sense to me. So that's why I never said Joe's name, because I didn't have a problem. I have a problem with anyone else that's local that says they're twin
right.
and all that good stuff and they don't show up. But that's why I didn't say Joe, because that one I understood.
And Joe was actually the one who put Pun on the map. Pun put Remy on the map basically, and gave a lot of clout to J Lo too.
Yeah. Yeah,
Listen,
where was she?
To
so
be
yeah,
honest about the street naming, I didn't even know about it until my cousin told me about it. And that was like maybe that
yeah,
Saturday or something. And first of all, I didn't even know it was a naming thing. I didn't know. I
We thought
just
it was
thought
a
it was an
plaza. We
event.
thought it was like a plaza.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm not gonna miss work for an hour. You know what I'm saying? But if I
right.
knew if it was a street naming, I would have called my job, and told them I'm gonna be late or whatever. But like, I'm a main guy at my job. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like I couldn't do it.
Nah, it's understandable. I mean, everybody has their own life going on and different reasons why they couldn't make it. You know what I'm saying? But
It wasn't publicized like that because
it wasn't
I didn't
publicized,
know about it. I knew at the end.
right?
Not to the fans in the public. It wasn't, no.
I
Oh,
would
okay.
have been there too. I would have met you guys there because I would have known. Listen, I'm close by. I'm right. That's my hood. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm close, and so it's like I could have been there, and I'm
Where
so
you
mad.
at? Where you at?
I'm in the Bronx.
Okay, I'm in the Bronx too. I'm by Katona Park.
Okay, okay. Well, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all where I'm at because you close to me,
Okay.
but I'm just not gonna tell you on live because
Of course.
Nicky knows why. Nicky knows why.
Yeah,
But
of course
I guess
not.
niggas
yeah,
know where I'm at. It's whatever. You
You
know?
already know. We already know. We're loyal. We'll say nothing.
nah, listen, you gonna
Right,
say I'm the
right.
same way. I'm the same. You see, I'm the same way. I live by that. So whatever, if like let's say we was to form some kind of that stays strictly between us. So
All right.
you know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We Bronx people. So listen, I'm loyal to my Bronx people, especially Pun. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna go hard for Pun, man. I always did. Like I always repped him
Mhm.
everywhere I went. Like listen, I
I
always
always went hard for Pun, yeah.
yeah. Like
Always.
It's
when
just
he
crazy
first
Always.
how all these stories, like where's Boobie at in the stories? Yo, Boobie was always around, but I just stay quiet and I just lay back. All I do is I just do me. Y'all do y'all. You know what I'm saying?
nah, your voice.
Whatever. I seen Face a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? But it's not the same like it's been. But whatever.
Listen, if we got to start doing the real celebrations for Pun every year and gather all his fans, or you know what I'm saying, people that really want to come and show support, then I feel like that's something that we should definitely do because I don't see it coming really from nobody else. Like, and I'm not saying the people that don't have the power or don't have the time or don't have the money, you know what I'm saying, to do this. I'm saying from the people that actually do have that it is easy for them to do this. I don't see it. I don't see it, and it's like, yo. Pun wasn't a legend for no reason. Like we had to celebrate this every time, every year. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's something I would like to do, like amongst us, and just get
It
it
should have
rolling.
been bigger. It should have been bigger.
Right.
His birthday, everything should be bigger. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I know for a fact Joe loved Pun, so like I know
That's what I
that
said.
for a fact. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
I'm sure if there wasn't these disconnects and this division, Joe would have probably stepped in a little more. You know what I'm saying? And said, well, listen, let's all get together. But things happen. People's egos get in the way. Especially when it's two men, is that testosterone. Nah, I'm not no sucker. I'm not no bitch. They let that get in between and in the way of the real issues at hand and, how to resolve the real issues at hand.
I mean, is there possible to do things without Liza in the mix of it. I mean, I guess she is the wife that is.
Technically, yeah.
You guys kept saying, throughout the conversation, like people don't want to deal with Liza. People don't want to deal with Liza,
No.
and I can understand. You know what I mean? But like, is there just to coordinate? I see. I'm not out there in New York, but is there a way to just coordinate a pun day, for the neighborhood without her having to have her hand in it?
I don't
Yeah,
know
well,
because she owns everything, so I don't know.
the word big pun. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so let's do a Christopher Rios day.
I
I'm pretty sure there's
That
ways to
part.
get around it.
Right.
You understand what I'm trying to say? She owns Big Punisher. Okay, that's who you want, but I'm gonna rep who I
I'm on
know.
it.
We
I'm a
could say
rep Big Pun.
anything. We
I'm
could
a
I'm
rep
on.
say
Big Pun.
Sunday or
I'm
something.
wishing that for
I
you,
don't care
baby.
who owns
I
it. I'm a
promise
rep
you.
Big Pun. Listen,
That stuff,
sue
speak that
me.
into existence. That can happen.
Sue me. I'm a rep Big Pun. I'm gonna be there repping Big Pun. Yep. I don't care if she owns the name.
Right,
That's what
right.
I rep.
I mean, she can't stop the fans from
You
repping
know,
Big Pun. You know what I mean? Like,
technically by law, you can always, even though someone has rights to something, if there's mismanagement and negligence in it, I can, for example, I could take her to court and take
right,
those rights from her
Mm-hmm.
right.
if I'm able to prove that she's negligent in her actions.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean?
That's what I feel like, part of his publishing or royalties or something should go to the family, at least to his mom. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just it's crazy how everything just got taken from him and it's now in the hands of this one person that has made everybody feel some type of way when it came to his death. You know what I'm saying? Like so it it's sad and it's like it's almost as if like somebody said in the comments, it's almost as if she purposely put everybody
Hmm.
against each other to then just keep the heat off of her and be able to swiftly make the transition to the income, the venue, the revenue. My mind is all boggled right now. Like it's just I'm sorry, man, Chris Jr. I know this live and this conversation right now is bothering you. It must bother and it must hurt to have to listen to speculation about your mom murdering your dad. And I truly apologize for that. But as the people, as the fans, as the family, people want to know what really happened to your dad, and everybody has the right to know.
Right.
So we're just trying to make sense of the situation right now.
You gotta understand, he was more than just their dad. He was a son. He was a brother. He
Yeah,
was I mean, before he was their dad and husband, he was
yeah,
her son and her brother.
yeah. He was my
His
brother and my
sister.
father because
You understand what I'm trying to say? Like he was somebody before he became Big Pun.
yeah, was a person who
Right. Just a regular
who
human being. You know
yeah,
what I mean? He
who's
was a
gone through
kid.
things himself.
We have people that's in this chat right now that was lifelong friends with him before he became who he was.
Uh,
You know what I mean? So
you guys know Rod Deluxe. Rod Deluxe. Is this Rod from Rod looks like he knows y'all. Rod says, Boobie, you gotta tell niggas, yo. And then he says, Nicky, you gotta get the right sis.
you gotta get the rights. He wants you to get the
Yeah,
rights.
yeah, I
Okay.
know.
So he wants you to get the rights to shit. I listen, I feel like some of the rights should be passed down to you or at least the mom.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if you're not gonna do
How's
right
your
by
mom
your
feeling about this? How is your mom dealing with this? Like just on an emotional level. I'm sure she's
it's,
heartbroken.
it's killing her, and I think that that's why she's going so downhill health wise. She's not doing good. I have her with me. I'm taking care of her.
Look, it's
Right.
been 20 years. She would have been popped. You heard? Like karma's a bitch, yo. That's how I look at it, yo.
Oh yeah.
Right. Oh yeah.
There's a God up there, brother. And he
Yeah.
sees all. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes 20 years for somebody to get their karma.
Right.
So, and if we're lucky, we'll be able to witness it. It will let us see how it plays out. But, we can just keep praying, keep hoping that things get resolved, justice, gets brought to this. And the truth comes out to the light. Because if she did this, I feel like somebody got to be held accountable.
Right.
Yeah.
All I
Yeah.
hear is people talk shit about Joe, and it's not even like that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I know shit niggas don't even know. Joe
I
was,
know.
Joe was
Make us
gonna
sound like
open
a
up
make
a
us make
business
Joe
for
sound like
her.
an
You know what I'm
animal.
saying? Joe was like, "What you want? A hair salon, whatever, and you don't gotta do anything for a year." You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, she probably declined. You know what I'm saying?
She claims that Joe's he owes her about $1 million or so.
Look, I don't know nothing about the financial shit. What my cousin had with Joe, I had nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
wasn't in the business, so it's whatever. My cousin wasn't dumb, so I'm pretty sure Joe wasn't jerking him. You know what I'm saying? And I seen the
Right.
thing with Gungi and all that, and I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But maybe they didn't know he was gonna be as close as he was, or you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It was just a business deal. So maybe
Yeah,
he
so
didn't know
you
they
were,
was gonna be as tight as they became. No, I can't really call it. But I know pun. I know Joe loved pun. You know what I'm saying? And that was they were twins for real. You know,
yeah, no,
Cube and
that was
everybody. We was all. Shit just got fucked up when he passed.
a
Right.
dynamic duo, man. He was the missing link. Pun was the missing link to that whole squad, and
Right.
You
You
know,
you
pun
saw fun.
pun
You saw
pun
Joe.
pun been dead 20 years, yo. Joe was still
Wow.
doing it, so they can't say nothing about Joe. Joe's a hustler. Joe been a hustler since he was hustling more than Terror Squad niggas, and he had the money. So I witnessed that for myself. Niggas could never say nothing bad about Joe. You know what I'm saying?
right. Now I feel like Joe was gonna be Joe regardless. You know what I'm saying? It was just that pun gave him that umph. You know what I'm saying? He gave him that boost, that bass to
No,
his.
it's cool, but what I'm saying, he's still relevant, and Pun been
Oh yeah,
passed. You know what I'm saying? Joe's a
okay,
hustler. Joe's a hustler. He's gonna get money no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Pun is writing your rhymes, this and that, that and this. Pun been gone, and he's still doing his thing. He's still
He
relevant,
got a new song out now. Right now,
huh?
he got a song out. Joe got a song out right now. A
Okay.
little club bop to dance to and stuff. Yeah.
He's always gonna be relevant. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a
Right.
hustler. He
absolutely.
got shit to pay. He always working. He be working more than when we was together. He was working more than TS niggas. You know what I'm saying? And he had the money.
Right. Wow. So this is her whole beef with Joe is pretty much that she, according to you guys, is that she got greedy.
I don't know. She got greedy. She probably wanted people to feel sorry for her. I don't know. I don't know. I know Joe was gonna fix. Joe told me that he'll take Cuban to Germany to fix his face. He declined. Joe told me that he was gonna open up a business for Liza, salon, whatever. She probably declined. Like, I don't know.
And that's weird because it's like, why wouldn't you want the help from, your husband's manager or
I
your
don't know. Maybe Cuban didn't
Right.
want to
To
get
have a
help.
business that's
Maybe
gonna constantly bring in income.
Stop
Mhm.
it.
I don't know.
It's almost like a guilt trip. It's almost like, yo, I'm guilty of something and I feel bad taking this or I feel bad taking your help. I don't know, like allegedly. I don't want to say, I don't want to speculate, but it kind of feels like a guilt trip to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you guilty of, or what's your hidden intention or your hidden motive? What's going on? What's really going on? You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
can't call it, but I know after he passed, I heard she was in a club like she was a rapper. So I don't know. Maybe that's how she
mm,
blew the money. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was telling her, that she was popping bottles and living it up.
Like she was doing it
Knew it.
up. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I can't call it. I just stayed in my lane. You heard? I fell back and disappeared.
right. Oh man,
Niggas, niggas,
Ross
niggas
says,
don't niggas don't know my pain. This is 20 years, yo.
hell yeah.
It doesn't even feel like 20 years. Wow.
I
That
can't
went by
believe
really
time, yeah,
fast.
time's been flying, and it's like it's easy for people to forget sometimes. You know what I'm saying? The real essence of things and how things really went down and how things really transpired. So it's good to talk about these things, whether it's 20 years later, 10 years later. Like you got to refresh the memories of people and remind people that there was a person named Big Pun once upon a time, and this person had double platinum record. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like Pun was a big deal back in his
He
time.
was, and he's never gonna be forgotten. But I just feel that when his birthday come and like they should celebrate him more. You know what I'm saying? I don't
That's
know if they don't because she don't put out tapes of him hitting her or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe that diminishes legacy. Like I can't call it. You know what I'm saying? But she wasn't supposed to do that.
right. I agree. I agree completely. Um, you know, I don't know if you guys have any more, if you have any more questions, Miss Hadi, or anybody in the chat. I want to actually bring you guys like anything that updates this story. I would like to, you know, keep you guys up to date and vice versa, keep you posted. Because if anything comes up, listen, any more interviews with Liza or Chris Jr., anybody that can contribute to helping or bringing a solution to any of this, then I'm going to follow up with it and I'm going to continue, you know, digging in and seeing what can we do to resolve this? What can we do to, you know, help the situation? So
It's not. It's
That
gonna
the lie
happen.
detector test. That
I
the
don't
lie
think
detector
anything
test.
is gonna happen because this is deep shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this is shit that
Right.
nobody knew. You know,
right,
so what's gonna happen? She ain't gonna want to talk about it.
Get the lie
Talk about it
detector
for what?
test
Maybe
finally.
the kids want to ask questions or what? But they've been on their mom's side for so long. Like I said, they were young, so whatever they known is
Is what she
you know
says.
was put in their head. They don't
right,
know. Like, come on, you ain't gonna remember nothing when you that young.
right.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Are
But
you willing,
definitely, if anything comes up, yeah.
are you willing to have a conversation with Chris Jr. now? Like I know you've spoken to him before, y'all bumped into each other before, but if he wants to talk now and address, you know, the issue between his mom and dad, are you willing to, you know, have that conversation in person and bring, you know, clarity to things?
I am. I am.
Okay. So on your behalf as a goal, so pretty much it would be up to Chris.
Right.
We could try to I'm gonna try to make that happen. Like
There's a
I
lot of stuff they don't know, so it's just crazy. But I think they just the shit they've been told is like they just the loyalty is to their moms, but they don't know. They only
right.
know what their moms told them. They
Mhm.
were young. Who's gonna remember? You ain't gonna remember nothing when
And
you
they
was
saw the
this. Like,
video like we
who
all
gonna
saw.
come on?
Right.
It's
You
pretty
know,
much they learned of pun, they learned of their dad through TV pretty much and what their mom told them.
Yeah.
like you don't think I want my little cousin to blow? Like, come on, he's nice. Like,
Word. He's
Yeah.
really
You like you
good.
keep you're keeping him from shining.
Mm-hmm. Right, right. I feel like he needs to be attached to that catalog some way, you know, shape or form. Like I feel like he needs to be the continuation, part two.
Before it's too late, before he gets old, you
Oh,
know?
right. Is it that you know the industry they judge age and shit like that. So now
Yeah.
it's time.
yo, to be honest, if he didn't blow by now, it's not gonna happen, yo. It's not gonna happen. It's not. Like he could keep doing what he's doing, but as far as getting signed, like, it's too much. It's too much
Right,
time has passed. Like they got their mother, they on their mother's side, which is not a problem. But knowing they probably gonna hear this, and you know what I'm saying,
They don't want to deal with it.
like it's gonna change a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? They
right,
probably mad at me, but I don't give a fuck because they don't remember me anyway. You know,
right.
Chris remember me every time I seen them. It was all love, but the girls don't remember me, so it's all good. So I wonder how they
They
feel now.
remember you, but they act like they
But
don't.
I
Yeah.
wonder how they feel now if they hear. I know they're gonna hear this shit. I wonder how they feel now, cause since they was riding with their mom so long. I
I
think
think if he detaches from, you know, separates himself from his mom right now, I think he'll be good. I think he would be able to make some moves,
I yeah.
you know.
It's been saying that. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he making money now, but not as much as he's supposed to be making.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, now he's dope, man. He's got some fire talent. He got the fire in him. And he seems pretty humble for the most part. You know
Now
what I'm
he's
saying?
mad humble.
Yeah,
He's
so
supposed to be. He was supposed to been on.
yeah, he was supposed to have been on. That's like talent gone to waste if you don't get on, man. Like that's
It's
pure.
kind of gone to waste.
Yeah, it's pure and it's evident and it's clear as day that he's talented and he's meant to be in this industry. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, like sometimes it's so unfair that you know certain industries, certain people don't know this shit and they just oh
Hmm.
well, you know they're not kissing ass or whatever the case is.
Hmm.
But I feel like this puts his situation at a more strict perspective because it's like now you know, okay, you're not just Pun's son, you're the son of the mom of the person who killed your dad, allegedly.
I think this is added fire to the bullshit. You heard? Because this is
Yeah,
shit people never knew and whatever. So now it's gonna get real hectic. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you're right. It is. I think so too. The storm, you know, the storm before the calm. But I feel like the fans had a right to know all this, and I feel like
Yeah.
this couldn't be kept. Let's say, God forbid, something happened to Nicky or something happened to you, and we would never have known this. This would have been a blur. It just would have been what Liza's been saying this whole time. and that's it. That's what
Right.
And
people
I
You
don't.
was
guys have
quiet.
the right
I
to
was
speak your
quiet for
truth
20
too.
years. I didn't say nothing.
Right.
Right.
I didn't
That's
try to be
funny.
in no spotlight or nothing. I just played my position and I was quiet. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen niggas in so long. When I see him, is what's up, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Wow. Man. This is deep. It's devastating. It's saddening, man. Like my heart goes out to you guys. Goes out to the
Definitely.
family, to the fans, to Chris Jr. You know his sisters. Everybody that supported Pun. And I feel like this is not fair.
Yo, this shit is crazy, yo.
It's not fair. It's not fair to Pun. It's not fair to any of us. And we need to do what we can do and to continue his legacy, regardless of who has control of his or ownership of his name or any of that. I feel like even if it's me over here in one side of the world, you on the other side of the world, and we do a little representing, yo, we got to do it. Because if everybody puts in, pitches in a little portion, a little part, and does their due diligence, it's a celebration, whether it's cyber, whether it's in person, whatever it is. I just feel like it can't be another year without celebrating his legacy. You know what I'm saying?
I just feel they
Yeah.
supposed to celebrate him better than they have been.
Yeah,
Celebrate.
exactly. And it can be done. I don't see why not. I don't see why it hasn't been done for over 2 decades. That don't make sense to me.
It could be because of the bullshit that she put out about the abuse or whatever. It could be anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They don't
Right.
want to.
That
They don't want to
definitely
deal with her.
could be.
Like I said.
and that's it. And that could be exactly it. That people already know what's the outcome when they deal with her. They know her attitude. They know. I'm just saying allegedly from what I've been hearing. They could just be like, "Yo, it is what it is." Like, I want to get close to the to the kids or whatever the
That
case.
is what it is.
You know. So it's like that. She's actually the roadblock, allegedly, in this whole situation right now. So it would have to be somewhere where she comes to some kind of understanding, some kind of agreement where she comes and says, "Well, listen, I'm gonna leave the bullshit to the side. Let's make this happen for Pun every year. Let's bring you guys closer to the kids. Let me take the lie detector test. Let me prove to you I ain't had nothing to do with Pun's death." I feel like those are the things that she needs to be doing right now in
But you
order to
really
clear.
think that's gonna happen with the shit that you heard tonight? That shit ain't gonna happen. I think it's gonna probably push them further away from us. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're right, and I think it could be the complete opposite of what you're saying as well. It either could go that way, or it could be like, well, now I'm in the hot seat. Now I got to really, clear this up, because it's like the world is looking at me as the murderer right now, as the person that caused or then gated his health. You know what I'm saying? At the most important.
She gonna disappear now. She gonna disappear. She gonna be low now.
That could happen too. That
Yeah,
could
like disappear like Scorpio Vincent, wherever they are hiding for the past 20 years.
well,
So that's
listen,
deep. Now the niggas think that Pun died because of whatever, and knowing this, they gonna be looking at her with the side eye now. You know what I'm saying?
yo, y'all changed the whole game with this. It's
That's
just
funny because Cuban and them niggas know I've been telling niggas, and they act like I was like I make up stories and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But whatever. But Cuban's on her side, so it's all good.
Oh, damn, I didn't even know that. I thought Cuban was fucking with y'all more.
No, Cuban fuck with Liza.
Wow.
I have no problem with Cuban. You know what I'm saying?
Remember, I said I haven't spoken to him in 18 years. Remember, I told you that.
He had a problem with me because I was
Wow.
with Joe. Fucking with Joe because I said I was neutral, putting me on songs and stuff. Boobie in the video, well, you know who, nigga? Like, what you talking about?
Right. Do you
Like,
feel
if
like
I was with you, I would have been with you on your side, but that don't mean I was gonna stop fucking with Joe.
right? Because you was being neutral. You wasn't trying to pick sides. You fuck with
Yeah,
everybody.
that's how I am,
That's how
neutral.
I am too. If I'm gonna get involved, I'm gonna try to patch shit up. If I fuck with both of y'all, I'm not gonna take sides and be added, add fuel to the fire. But clearly, like you said, Cuban took a side, and it was Liza's side. Do you think he did that out of spite because you guys were still fucking with Joe?
Me fucking with Joe had nothing to do with nothing because I told him and Joe and everybody that she did it. You know what I'm saying? So this was way before he got cut and everything.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? This is way before.
This is deep, man.
Yeah, it is.
Like this is gonna be running on my mind for a good minute. This is gonna be running through my mind because it's like I can't fathom how she would be the one in charge of all his shit right now. Be the one, pretty much. She was the main person in the documentary, and
That she arranged. She arranged.
that she arranged. She pretty much partook in the arrangement of the street naming. She, you know what I'm saying? She's secluding herself and keeping this division between her kids and the family. It's like it sucks to know that this is the person that is doing all this shit and is also being alleged to have had some kind of, play some kind of role in Pun's death. That is just, I can't fathom that shit right now.
Of course, she had to figure out a way to get in front of the story.
Right.
You know what I mean? To do the damage control. Let me do this real quick.
Yeah.
Because I mean, truth be told, in the beginning when we were really discussing this, we both went that route of his death wasn't a heart attack, but to be honest, we were looking at it on Joe, you know what I mean? Because there's this whole cliche in the industry, people making human sacrifices and to
We're
get
not
ahead
gonna
of
get
the
into that,
industry.
sis. We're not gonna get into
Nah,
that
I
today.
don't think that was it.
But you
I
know what I
don't.
mean?
Yeah.
No, but it brought us
It
back.
was an option.
Yeah, it was just one of those things where our minds just
You
kind
had
of went
doubt.
crazy.
You had doubt.
Everybody's
That was
Right.
doubt.
trying to put the story
But
together. Yeah, so it was like a whole bunch of
right,
stories.
we
Yeah,
that was just us brainstorming, just kind of going every which way with it. But
Kind of
this was
wanted
the
to leave
last.
that.
We wasn't even thinking on this
I
wave. You know
kind
what I
of
mean?
wanted to
So
leave that private for us to have with Nicky or Boobie and behind the scenes. I didn't want to put that out there publicly, but we were just looking at all all
right.
aspects, all possibilities, all what I'm saying, all
But
scenarios.
this was the last thing we didn't even think of this way.
I mean, I did initially years
Well,
ago when I saw the documentary and I heard her say what she said, when she took mad long
right.
for the paramedics. She didn't want to take, give him mouth to mouth because of the saliva or whatever, the drooling. And she said at the end of the documentary that it was one of the best days of her life when he passed, that she could actually.
like how she used to wipe his ass and shit. How the fuck you go for that for not wanting to give him mouth to mouth? I'm not gonna front. He put her through a lot of shit, but she chose to stay. She was a couple of times that she left, but she came back. You know what I'm saying?
Came back, yeah.
She came back a couple of times.
Right. So that doesn't add up either. If you was wiping his ass, according to you, allegedly, why weren't you trying to give him out the mouth? Because she had drool. Like that drool doesn't even compare nowhere near to wiping somebody's ass. Like what the fuck?
I don't know. I know my man Reef was there. He was up there. I don't know who else was up there, but Reef was up there. I was supposed to be there, but I couldn't go because my daughter had a doctor's appointment.
Now, was Reef there after he stopped breathing? That she finally let somebody
I
in?
don't know, but Reef was there. Reef was up there in White Plains with him, I believe.
Yeah, they were in the next room and they were knocking to get in, and she was just taking her sweet time.
I would like to get Reef up on an interview too. Do you know how's his relationship with Liza right now?
No, I think he's cool with Liza. Cool with Liza. I believe he's cool with Liza. Everybody cool with Liza.
Okay. Wow.
But I don't know her friends and shit, but I'm pretty sure he cool. He cordial with her. He probably fuck with her.
Oh, man. Well,
wow.
But I know for sure he was one of the ones up there.
That's interesting because that means he could be a missing, link to the whole puzzle. And unless he was up, he was able to get in the room after the fact. That's different. Than he probably didn't see anything go down prior to him stopping breathing.
I don't know. I don't think niggas are gonna be wanting to get into it. You know
it's a real sticky situation.
Like it's been too long. It's been 20 years. Like who really cares? You know what I'm saying? The fans probably care. They probably care now that knowing what we said tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Oh yeah, I'm sure they do.
Start putting puzzles together. That's like after he passed, and I was thinking back. She used to just say shit that would just come to me. It was like a puzzle. You could kill somebody, won't show up in an autopsy. There's bam, bam, bam. Shit just started coming to me.
Don't happen to me.
But
wow.
it is what it is, yo. She did, like Karma's a bitch. She should have been. She had money. She was getting money. She's supposed to be way better than what she was. They didn't have to live in no shelter or whatever. Like she probably fucked the money up. I don't know.
Yo, guys, this live is gonna cut in 30 seconds. I don't know if y'all want to continue this for like a little bit more, maybe a few more minutes, and then we close it out. But
whatever.
All right, so I'm gonna come back on for like another maybe 10, 15 minutes, and then we're gonna close out. But this is about to end because we've been on here for an hour and Instagram will get you out. So we'll come right back on, guys. Stay tuned, don't go nowhere. I'm gonna join right back, and we'll stay for another couple of minutes with them.
Okay.
because I know a fan right here in the chat. He or she is really upset, and they want to state something because they saying they can't sleep after hearing all this. So we'll get back to you on that. We'll be right back.